Coming up today, the dawn of a new tradition at McKinney North.
We meet some of the new faces at school.
And we head out to the halls to ask students what they look forward to this year. All this and more coming up on NTV.
Good morning, McKinney North High School. I'm Lindsay Evans.
And I'm Nathan Colon. This year, Student Council hosted for the very first time Senior Sunrise. We sat down and spoke to them about this event and all the upcoming events they have for the remainder of the year.
Student Body President Kaylee Chapman explains how Student Council got the idea for Senior Sunrise.
When we went to Stuco State the last school year, some students brought the idea to Stuco State, so I got the idea from them. North is already such like a close, knitted school, and I feel like this tradition will carry on.
We spoke to Mr. Munich about how he thinks events like this will affect the senior class as a whole.
The Student Council is always trying to build a community environment within the school, and I think that bringing community through the senior class and then passing it down is something that we can look at doing through this event. So I think it'll just unite the senior class and kind of get them started to start thinking about what they have coming up in the future as far as college.
Kaylee Chapman goes on to explain her goals for the senior class.
I'm hoping that all the seniors can come together and enjoy our last year together as seniors and make more memories together. To bring more spirit with our class and to bring us closer together and make everyone's senior year their best senior year.
Mr. Munich shares his excitement for this new event.
I hope it continues. It was started this year. I know that other schools have done it in the past and they are continuing to do it. And this is our first year seeing it, and our student council, well actually our senior class president, she decided this is something she wanted to do, and we got it all together, got it all approved through the district and through our principals. So I think it's a great event to have, and I hope it continues for sure.
Mr. Munich and Kaylee Chapman address other events Stuco has to offer.
We have the senior sunset at the end of the year, and then we have all the other stuff like prom and senior night and all the other senior stuff.
We're going to also look at Powder Puff again this year. We're going to look at Mr. M&HS. We're going to look at all of our baccalaureates. We're going to look at graduation practice. So there's going to be a ton of information coming out. I would say through all that information, try to do as much as you can do on those things as well.
Lastly, Mr. Munich gives us advice for the senior class.
I think Senior Sunrise is a great event to have. It unites the seniors at the very beginning of the year, so they kind of have this spirit that we run through our whole school about kind of unity, staying together, and understanding that this is the last time that they're going to be able to have a first day of high school. This is the last time they're going to have their first pep rallies. This is the last time they're going to have a lot of these things, and they need to start realizing that, because it seems far away, but it gets here really quickly.
This has been Jolie Elise Hernandez for NTV.
If you're interested in joining Student Council, stop by room number F126 and speak to Mr. Munich about applying today.
Every year we welcome new teachers to our McKinney North family. This year we sat down with 3 new teachers and talked to them about their journey that brought them to North.
Mr. Danforth, Miss Noel, and Mr. Gossam all explain how they found their professions.
So I've been doing theater pretty much my whole life because my mom was a teacher, so I just sort of grew up with this. Even when I was in 3rd grade, I played the crocodile in Peter Pan. And you don't have any lines, but you just roll across the stage. So I was around this stuff for a long time. I really enjoy theater. It's such a fun thing to do, and I like working with people and helping them have this aha moment when you're talking about theater and things click together. So I just really enjoy teaching it. So, yeah.
Well, I was at University of North Texas, and I was going to be I was going to go into law. I wanted to go into law, and I had to take an art appreciation course. And I went in and loved every minute of it. I loved it so much. And I've traveled around the world, and so I was always drawn to the museums around the world. So I thought I would major in art history. I did that, changed my major completely. But I didn't teach after I graduated. I was a stay-at-home mom and raised my kids, and then I thought, you know, I could teach.
I went to 2 undergrad schools. They both have education programs. I started off at U of A, came back to UTA, and that's where I actually got my undergrad in research psychology.
They then say how they got their start at teaching.
I've been with youth for 15 years. When I was in high school, I worked in a daycare. I've been a baseball coach, a football coach. I've been a child advocate. I've done Young Life. I've been inside of the schools. Young Life actually got me in the schools working with kids. And I got to see what education really looked like a little bit. And I think that was kind of the tipping point.
Okay, so I got my first teaching job at Stinson Middle School in San Antonio. And then I was there for 3 years, and then I moved up to high school as an assistant director to Brandeis High School, which is the feeder middle school. And my wife is also a teacher, and she taught at Brennan High School, and so we were rival schools, but we both teach the same thing, like we're both theater teachers. So I've been teaching for 6 years. This will be my 7th.
So I started off at elementary level, and that was like wrangling cats all day. And then I moved up to middle school, loved it, and now here I am at high school level. And I think this is where I should have been the whole time.
They spoke to us on what they hope to accomplish this year.
I want to establish my presence. I want the kids to know that I'm Mr. G. Anybody can come talk to me at any time about anything. And then I want to establish myself as a solid physics teacher or a solid science teacher.
I'm looking forward to doing super awesome in one act. I'm looking forward to everybody just looking back at this year and knowing that they had an amazing time in theater.
I'm hoping to get some really great artwork out of them, but more than that, I'm hoping to really kind of get to know everybody and establish really good relationships, and go see football games and volleyball games and enjoy getting to know the students.
Finally, they address what they love about their new home.
I already know, like just from the first week, that I'm teaching classes completely differently. We're doing different activities that to me are very common, but it's new to them, so hopefully I'm inspiring them in a new way. And I'm really excited to be here.
It's my first time teaching high school. I was scared to death that you people were going to eat me or something, but it was awesome. I mean, I've had no issues. It's been fun. Yeah, I love it. I love it.
I love the energy of the school, I love the energy of the people, and I love the kids.
For NTV, this has been Morgan Reckwadge.
Feel free to stop by and meet some of the new faces at McKinney North. As the school year gets underway, NTV went out into the halls to see what students are looking forward to this year.
What are you looking forward to most this school year?
Probably doing band with a lot of other people and just learning basically what high school is all about.
What are you looking forward to most this school year?
Probably competing with my team in cross country and track, winning state and all that.
I'm looking forward to state for marching band.
Okay, having my first and second period off next semester.
Having my first off.
Yeah.
The debate team and theater program.
I'm looking forward to graduating. Yeah.
Same. I think I'm looking forward to being homecoming queen.
To pass all my classes.
What are you looking forward to most this school year?
That's all we have for today. For more news and sports information, follow us on Twitter at MNHSNTV.
Thanks for watching.
Have a great weekend, Bulldogs.